You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into episode 29 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. I'm Drew Stewart here with the coach, Sammy Esposito. What's going on, Coach?
Coach Stewie, how are we doing today? Big weekend for you. Big weekend this past week. Hopefully Monday beginning of the week started off good for you in school. Pray not.
Probably not. Well, it didn't. But it's only a 3-day week this week for me. As we know, we got something big coming up on Thursday. So only 3 days of school. So it ain't bad. Two more to go here.
The countdown already. You know what? It's beginning of the week and you're counting down. It's not a good sign.
Hey, I'm already counting down how many days are left in school for the year. So that's I think we're around 50 something right now. But hey, we're slowly getting down. So we're gonna start off a little condensed show, not much to talk about here as we're just starting this preseason tournaments. But today, this would have a couple days ago, scout blogs have been released on these tournaments that we've been to. With me and Austin being at the Steve Sanders preseason tournament, covered a game of the Shock City Invitational, and then as well as, hey, Coach, the Emerald Classic. So that's be on the lookout for those coming out here soon. So a lot of information in those scout blogs about all the guys we've seen over the past week and a half.
A lot of good talent up there in the upstate. You guys have been checking out. You know, it's kind of a little bit of jealous. I was following along on the Twitter sphere, watching you guys watch some of those games up there. So it was a lot of you guys battled a little weather. It looked like, but you guys got through it unscathed. You know, I hope there's no sniffles leading into this big time weekend.
Hey,
coming up.
Special shout out to Coach Ben Waddle for first class treatment Friday night at Broome. It starts raining and Waddle looks at me. You need a tent? Well, that would be great, Coach. Gets a tent out there, wipes the table and the chairs down, and there we go. Never got another raindrop on me.
A little Southern hospitality there for you.
That's right. Waddle's the man. Great concession stands over there too. Austin Smith.
You know, I was going to say Austin, you know, was raving about some free donuts or something like that at one of the games. I don't know how much he might have been working, but he was enjoying himself some free donuts.
Yeah, he locked in on those donuts, and then he enjoyed a special beverage when he got home that night that he shared with us.
Sponsor? I don't know.
I don't know. It'd be a great sponsor, but I think we're looking at another company similar to that for a sponsor with the same initials here. But hey, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to talk about some big winners that I saw from that Steve Sanders tournament. Number one was Matthew Cody, 2025 right-handed pitcher from Blacksburg. First game I got to see as part of this high school baseball. One of the better arms that I saw in the weekend came in about, I want to say, Coach, about the third inning, fourth inning. Came right after his brother who pitched before. Very first pitch, he was impressive. Lean frame with some athleticism present. Worked in a very fast tempo, not allowing those Union County hitters to get into much of a groove. Showed a lot of fire on the mound. He was up to 87 early with some arm side run to it and showed good control of the fastball. And a couple guys came up to me like, he's really at 87. That's a big jump. So I think many people had seen him at 81, 82. So he's made a big jump and continue to watch him to make another big jump due to the frame and the projectability. Another guy, going to go with another arm here, Coach.
Can't go wrong on the arms. You know what I mean?
Hey, this arm might have been the best arm I saw all weekend. And that is Ethan Callis, 2023 right-handed pitcher of Wade Hampton High School, threw against a pretty good TL Hanna lineup. Caleb going to Lander University. Coach Burke got him a good one here. Gutsy performance the whole entire time. It fanned 12 hitters in 6 innings, Coach. Is that good?
It's pretty good. If math is correct, it's a couple in inning there. Pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
Darn good.
Kind of what you're looking for, isn't it?
Pretty good lineup. The fastball was up to 89 with commands to all parts of the plate. Curveball came in at 77, slider at 78 with some tight spin. Had hitters guessing the whole entire game and showed some fire in the game as he kind of mouthed off some words to some players in a emotional game, more of a rivalry there with Wade Hampton and TL Hanna. But wiry, lean frame with a lot more room to add. So watch for a velo spike with him as he moves later into the season, as well as when he gets to the Bearcats, Coach.
Sometimes you got to let them know. You know what I mean? You got to let them know and kind of let them know who's in charge.
That's right. My other big winner, staying at the same team here, Coach. Hard to do here.
It is.
We haven't seen him, but this was the first time we saw him, and that is Mac Morris, 2027 shortstop, Wade Hampton High School, going to none other than the Gamecocks. One of the most gifted players I've seen in a while. He makes it look easy over there at shortstop as well as in the plate, even for an 8th grader. Showed some plus range at short with a above average arms, an athletic lean frame that's going to continue to get bigger. And we had talked about, I sent you a video of his first ball that he hit, deep fly out to left field. We talked about a couple of years, Coach, that ball's gone, no doubt. So he's going to be one to really watch over the years. Think he's got a chance to be one of the top 2027s, not only in the state, but in the country.
So,
hey,
you know, it's one of those things, right? We've talked about it before. A lot of people, you know, maybe complain about some of these young guys getting recruited, and then you get a chance to watch a young man like him play on the field, and you kind of go, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, it's the only thing the guy's really missing is just the maturity, right? You know,
yeah.
The size and the strength's going to come just with age, right? Even if he doesn't lift any weights, right? We're all a lot bigger when we're 18 years old versus when you're 14 years old. So you get that going. He has a skill set. So it's for us, it'll be a lucky one. We get one of the better players, not only in our state, but in our country right down the road. We get a chance to watch him over the next handful of years throughout high school.
It reminds me, I think I told you, it reminds me of Talmadge LaCroix, who's starting for the Gamecocks now. Different positions, but in terms of when Talmadge was an 8th grader starting for BHP and what was a very talented team, reminds me a lot of him. So it's going to be it's a great get for the Gamecocks. So it'll be interesting to watch him continue at Wade Hampton. So we said Thursday's a big day, Coach.
Thursday's the big time game, 11 a.m. I think something's going on. I don't know what.
I think the whole crew is headed down there.
Well, yeah,
at various times.
Various times, 2/3 of the crew will be in full effect Thursday. Down at none other our home away from home, the Shipyard, for the Shipyard Showdown. Big time talent amassing in one area over the course of 4 days. We're fired up to watch some great high school baseball.
Media content, Coach.
You know what? And knock on some wood. Looks like the weather is going to be fantastic down at the Shipyard. Shorts, sunscreen.
I might just wear a bathing suit and just go jump in the river out there.
That's the problem. The problem is one eye's going to be on the baseball field, the other eye's going to be out in the river. Want to get on that boat to go out there. But, I think we're fired up, right? Obviously, high school baseball cranked up this past weekend, but really the official start for majority of the teams is this upcoming weekend. So we're fired up for one of the, one of the best tournaments around, one of the best preseason tournaments in this area. And we're going to be fired up. At least 2 of us are going to be down there the whole time, with the third day, all 3 of us. So watch out now.
No, not the third day, the fourth day.
And the third day, fourth day, sorry, the fourth day. But we'll also be sprinkled around covering other preseason tournaments that are going on around the state. So it'll be a lot of baseball. Hopefully the weather holds across the state and we'll catch a lot of great high school baseball action.
Yeah, no doubt. This is the big week for high school baseball.
Hey, I think there's something else breaking out this weekend in the state that I think a lot of people are.
Oh, Coach, you already ahead of me. That's what I was getting to next.
Watch out now.
Hey,
Watch out.
Rivalry week in the state of South Carolina with the Tigers going against the Gamecocks. And you know how we do at PBR South Carolina. We got to make predictions, right? So, Coach, what you got?
Having a chance to watch kind of both teams play over a couple weekends, and I think we both kind of joked and talked about it coming into the weekend, and I think, me having no skin in the fight on any of them, don't pull for anybody, and you have being a certain fan of a certain institution, which is fine, whatever. But, watching the first couple weekends and, obviously I think Clemson has probably played a little bit more of a challenging schedule than I think the Gamecocks have to this point. I mean, UCF looks like they're a regional type of team. But and this has nothing to do with what happened this past weekend, but I think that the Chickens are 2 out of 3, if not possible sweep. Possible sweep. I know that's hard. I think that's hard in this, being able to be a part of this rivalry for quite a few years. You kind of take the teams, the records, the talent, and kind of throw them out of the window. But I do think the Gamecocks have the abilities and have the makings of an elite starting pitching staff. So it's going to be hard to score some runs off those guys for the Tigers over there.
Coach, this is going to be painful, but I'm very honest here in what I do. Is you go back and look at my football predictions.
You've hit recording. We've hit record.
We've hit record.
Making sure.
My football predictions were at the top of the board, so I don't pick from the heart. I pick from the brain. I've watched the Gamecocks and the Tigers play a little bit. Didn't last weekend because some of us had to go out and cover some games. But you kind of, like you said, you throw everything out the window, but I think it all boils down to the pitching staffs in both of these cases. Like you said, Carolina's got an elite 3 starters. And I think Clemson, I'm not saying they're missing those starters, but you boil down to the bullpen and stuff like that. They struggled with UCF in the later half of the innings. And I think the Cocks are going to take 2 or 3 from the Tigers. I don't think it's a sweep, Coach. I think it's 2 or 3, and I think it's really close. They open up with at Clemson Friday night.
Well, it could be cool. So, the Chickens like to hit a bunch of homers. So when it's a little cool, usually that means the wind's blowing in versus blowing out. So
got a smaller park at Clemson too, though.
It is. It's high school sizes. No knock, Jacob Jarrell. Congratulations on his first home run over the weekend, but it went 328 feet, Coach. So it's a smaller park. So might play into the Gamecocks game there, but a little cool, a little wet. You never know. You throw weather in. Now I think Saturday and Sunday are nice, but it's that Friday night. You never know what's going on up there in Tiger Town. Anyway.
Hey, how about the Tigers' best hitter right now? It's one we got to see a lot last year, Coach, and Cam Canarella.
Cam Canarella. He is wearing it out. He has stepped right in there, and it's kind of picked up where he left off in the high school season. So it's good to watch him have a ton of success. And then also, a former pro case guy, Nathan Hall, has stepped in there. Is kind of starting to make his mark in his
first couple of starts.
Yeah, had a big they wound up kind of losing it late, but he had a big 2-out RBI, 2 RBI single the other day to either tie. I think got him within 1, so kind of a big clutch at bat. So, I know Coach Huck's over there at Lexington's proud to watch his boy. I know he's doesn't like him in that Tiger uniform, but good to watch his former players over there having success. So it's a lot of fun to watch those in-state guys kind of take off of that next level.
Hey, to the top,
baby.
So, hey, we got our special segments here. One's a new segment. So we'll start off with PBR, Bomb Squad, Bomb of the Week, Coach. And that goes to Mr. Gavin Batt at Daniel High School for his grand slam at TL Hanna. I think it was against Christchurch, Coach. But massive bomb there. Seen some balls hit very well at that park, but Gavin Batt gets the PBR Bomb Squad of the Week. And then our new segment, PBR South Carolina Play of the Week, Coach. Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
No, I don't even get that honor, Coach. I think it has to be seen from a scout's eyes, obviously, with video involved.
There's got to be proof of the video, and preferably from one of our sets of eyeballs or cameras that's in there, because there, as we all know, there's a lot of mythical things that happen out there across there. Little Timmy throwing 95 miles an hour, and then you show up and he's throwing 75. But there's a lot of myths. So I think you hit on the head. It's got to be probably with our eyeballs and our video.
Well, our play of the week goes to 2024 TL Hanna outfielder Owen Alexander for a walk-off sac fly in the bottom of the 7th against the Wade Hampton Generals. So, hey, Coach, big time swing there. Kid went 1 for 1 against a really good arm, too. He's in the scout blog, so make sure you check that out.
Scout blog, check him out. Hey, also coming out, I know you talked about the scout blogs coming out. We're going to give it a couple weeks, but we're going to have the heat sheet getting fired back up. So all the guys that we are there watching and seeing with our own stalker radar guns, Make sure we know that stalker radar guns ourselves. We'll be able to update guys velos throughout the spring. We've already got adding the guys in there that threw from this past weekend. We'll add the guys from this upcoming week and weekend. But every time we are out watching games and radaring guys, we're going to be throwing them into the scout blog. So,
hey, Coach, 4 arms at 80, 85 plus, 2 87 plus. Watch out now. It's early.
Right off the bat, warms usually start to creep up a little bit as the weather gets warmer.
Now, I got a feeling that just a small feeling that we may see a couple 90 arms this coming weekend, Coach. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it.
I think we'll see some. We got a chance to see some low to mid 90 arms out there as well. So we're gonna be fired up. I know talking to a couple guys, we're gonna have some MLB guys in attendance early on in the weekend, I should say, down there at the shipyard. So not only ourselves, but these major league teams are coming out in full force and ready to watch some super talented guys across the state.
Hey, why would you want to be anywhere else?
Anywhere else but the shipyard, baby. Home away from home.
Home away from home.
Only we can put a cot in there for you. Make it a little bit easier.
Probably need one, Coach. Austin might try and take it though, so we might want to leave that alone. Make sure you say special prayers for me. As I have to be in a hotel with Mr. Smith for 3 nights, I believe. So yeah, say that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yep, 3 nights with Mr. Smith. It's going to be a blast, guys. We'll end up getting some donuts and some special drinks. Make sure they're Krispy Kreme. So hey, that wraps us up for episode 29, Coach. From all of us here at PBR South Carolina, have a great week.